Hello, everyone. No, no music today. Hello, everyone. To the episode number 10 of In Focus. I can't believe how time flies. It's already been 10 episodes. So I'm very happy. Thank you for joining us today. This is the program where you can ask any Sony camera related questions. Quick reminder that the chat is live. That means that you can ask any questions or any suggestions for this or future episodes. My name is Ranieri Pallavicini, and I am with the CET team, customer engagement team with Sony. But today we will be talking about pixel shift. Yes. So another reminder, register your product if you haven't registered your product because some perks comes with that. One of the perks, it could be that depending of which product and what time did you purchase, you can double your warranty. And also, if anything goes wrong with your camera, hopefully not, or with your equipment, it's much easier process to go through it if you are already registered. So I encourage you to do that as soon as you can. Also, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get future episode notification when we do it, of course, next time. So without further ado, welcome to the Sony family, by the way. Welcome to the Sony family if it's your first time here. So today, again, we will be talking and I will be explaining in depth what is a pixel shift. So, pixel shift. Did you know that if you have a high resolution camera like a Alpha 1 or Alpha 7R, Mark 5, Mark 4, Mark 3, you'll be able to take many pictures, and with a software outside and post-production, you'll be able to put that together, which I will explain later how. Very, very simple to do, but now the final image will be 200 megapixels or 240 megapixel picture. Yes, not many people know that, and that's what we are here today. So I went like a couple of months to Yellowstone National Park. First time, by the way, amazing. It was in winter, very cold, but very, very nice. I really, really loved it. And I brought a couple of pictures for you. So my producer here, thank you for the help, by the way, Austin. If you can put a picture for me that I took in Yellowstone. So we're gonna go through a couple of pictures, and after those pictures, I'm gonna show you how I did them, and we're gonna go through it. So yes, our pictures up. Yes, our picture is up. So here it was. Old Faithful is a lodge that is over there in the park, and close to that lodge, like walking distance, is the geyser here. The whole entire place is smoking everywhere. It was kind of concerning because it was like, man, we are like in the middle of a huge volcano. It's different kind of geysers and different kind of thermal um, features and so on, right? So yes, these pictures are just some of those pictures that I took over there. I took not that many, probably thousands of pictures, but not as many big landscapes. It's not as many as other trips where are a lot of wildlife. Even though I took some wildlife pictures here, but we're going to talk about pixel shift today, which it doesn't supposed to have any movement, the picture, because these pictures, what is these pictures for, by the way? Thank you so much, Austin, for the pictures showing there. These pictures are specific for landscapes and or any subject that is not moving, like buildings or architecture, or probably a macro photography, food, anything that is not moving. And if it's moving, it has to be slightly movement. Otherwise, when the software in the computer is putting all these pictures together, you might have some artifact in there. So again, this is done in the camera, and you have to go to the menu, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to show you through the menu and a quick access to get to the pixel shift activation and deactivation. Of course, not all your pictures you don't want all the pictures in that mode, because it's something very precise, something that is very, very beautiful, that you say, you know what, I need this as highest resolution as possible and as highest quality as possible. Remember, resolution is not quality, it's part of it, but resolution is size. Quality is much more than that. It's totally different. It's the way you look the picture and different things. So, by the way, these cameras also can take. So don't confuse. Let's say a panoramic, because a panoramic you also take many pictures, and also you put it together, the final image in the computer. So what is the difference? I'll tell you what's the difference. So a panoramic, you take a piece of the picture, and then after you take one picture, you move the camera a little bit and take another picture, and then you move it a little bit and you take another picture, you move it and you keep moving. That is a panoramic picture, because now you can grab all those pictures, put them in the computer, and guess what? Stitch them together. Now you have a panoramic picture. Pixel shift, you don't move the camera. You take the either 4 pictures or 16 pictures in one place. So you cannot move the camera, has to be in a tripod, and I'm gonna go a little bit later on what do you need to get a very, very good picture. But definitely you need a tripod, and the scene cannot be moving. Okay, so if it's a car passing by or something, it's not for that kind of picture. If the car is stopped, yeah, but again, no moving subject or person or anything within that picture. Otherwise, it's not for this. It's not for that. So, um, can you put please the videos of a slow motion or the pictures of the time lapse? Because also these cameras be able to take many pictures, and at the end the camera will package all those pictures for you in a video, and it's called a time lapse. It's totally different again. So I'm throwing to you all these things so you see and probably realize about the difference. So what you're seeing there, that's not a time lapse picture. That is a video of 120 frames per second in 4K. So that is now that right there, it is a time lapse. So the camera is taking many pictures every second, and at the end, that when you stop the camera to take pictures, the camera automatically will grab that and package it for you. So it's called a time lapse. Now, this camera allows you to do the time lapse and package it together, or the camera allows you to for you to take the pictures and then stop there, grab those pictures, and put them in the computer and do the video in the computer. So you have many options for different things, correct? If you want more flexibility with that and you want to add music, and you can also do it in the camera, it's called SNQ, slow and quick motion. So that being said, I'm throwing all these things that you can do with the camera so you don't get confused, because pixel shift also takes many pictures, in this case 16 pictures on the camera, but you have to process that. It's only one image, no moving, one image. Grab that, put them in a software, is called Image Edge Desktop, and then within that software, they will give you 3 built-in softwares that you can use. Remote, so you can control the cameras wirelessly, and even if you take a picture, you can transfer wirelessly to the computer. That's called the remote. You can also use the viewer. So that's the one you're going to use to stitch or composite this pixel shift image, either the 4 or the 16, it doesn't matter. So And the last one is the edit. So you can edit pictures and different things within that imaging edit package software for the desktop. So the viewer. So before I tell you, I'll tell you right now. So the viewer, you just see these images, 16 images, and then select them in the viewer. Extremely simple. Select those images, go right click, and composite into one image. Extremely simple. So the camera, I'm sorry, the computer will start processing and composing or compiling all those images in one super quality and color and resolution image, which is the 240 megapixel image. When doing that, you have a couple options. If you want to encode that image in 8 bits or 16 bits, I do it in 16 bits because I'm trying to gather as much resolution as possible, as the color depth, as the deep color depth as possible. So I want the very best that this camera can produce. So I will do it in 16 bits. Also, you can export that as a JPEG. You can export that as a JPEG and TIFF file. So yes, you have a couple of options there to do it. Also, you do have the option to do it in Photoshop as well, but it's even more process. It's no more process. It's a longer process in Photoshop. So if you are very comfortable with Photoshop, yes, you can also do that composite in Photoshop. So in the meantime, let's go to camera number 3, please, and you will see just the screen, what I'm seeing on the camera, right? So because of that, I'm going to go to the function button. You know what? Please, Austin, can you go to camera number 2, please? No, number 3, so they can see the function button in here. So the function button here. So basically, any camera, any Sony camera, it has the function button right here. So it's called the function button. So you just click on it. Okay, now let's go to camera number 3. And I'm gonna press the function button, and this is gonna show up there, right? And this automatically here, I see pixel shift, multi-shooting, and that's where you activate that function. Now, what about if you press the function button and you don't see that pixel shift? Don't worry about it. I'm here to show you. Let's go to the menu. So menu button, and I'm here on the menu button. Very, very simple. So I'm here on the red, which is the shooting menu, and let's go to shooting mode. I'm sorry, driving mode, and then here. So drive mode is number 5, and then pixel shift with 16 images. Same thing. The other one is just a shortcut. So 16 images or 4 images. And let me just show you, let me just take the picture so you can see. So if I click on there and it tells me right there in the screen, bottom left, that is a pixel shift. And I'll take a picture and the camera will start taking the 16 images right there. So now, what is doing the camera is, if you multiply, because this camera is 61 megapixel, but what about if you multiply? Well, 16 images by 61 is like 971 megapixel picture. But how come is after the finished uh, product is only 240? Because Sony made a technology that shift the sensor half a pixel at the time. So one picture, another picture, another picture, another picture, another picture. So it keeps shifting half a pixel at the time to reduce the size of the final image, but maintaining the quality of those images. So that's how the camera do it. And again, I'm gonna reiterate, this is not for a moving subject. Has to be, you have to have a very good tripod. Also, I'm gonna tell you how I do it. So after I focus, I put a white balance because I don't want to shift between every picture or out of those 16 pictures. I don't want any shift in color. So I just lock the white balance. Very, very simple. So if I go to the function menu here and I go to the 5K right there, that's the white balance. And basically that is locked. It's not in automatic. So if it's during the day, I just put it anywhere from 5,000 to 5,600 Kelvin, which is the color temperature. And the camera will not move this white balance, right? How the camera is interpreting the color that is outside, right? So again, I'll do that. And after I do it, I have a very good tripod. And the final very important thing that I do is that put the timer. So I will put the timer here to 2 seconds. So when I press the button, if I slightly move it, that is just enough to ruin my composite. So I don't want any movement. So either you have a remote control. If you don't have a remote control, you can just put it in 2 seconds or 5 seconds timer or 10-second timer. Or you can even use your cell phone, whatever cell phone you have, just download the application and you can control this camera from your cell phone. So, and you can activate the video, the photos, whatever you want from your cell phone application. And it's free, by the way. So again, I put it at 2 seconds. So when I press the shutter, start 2 seconds, and after 2 seconds, start. That's my recommendation to do this kind of images. And again, this is a very, very large image. So um, be aware that it's going to take a lot more memory space from you, because when you finish with the 16 megapixels, um, 16 pictures of 61 megapixel each, every picture you're taking is every 16 pictures. Then it's going to take a lot of information. By the time you finish, it's about 2 gigabytes, like a 1.65 gigabyte, that large file. When you export in TIFF, TIFF is a very large file, but with more quality in comparison to a JPEG, which is already compressed. So nothing wrong with JPEG. It's just for a different. If you want the very, very best quality, just encode that in JPEG. So after that, let me show you a couple more pictures that I shot with Pixel Shift in Yellowstone. So let's put something up here. Austin, please say that again. Yeah, the camera's fine. The camera's fine. So I'm going to watch the chat in a minute. Let me just put these pictures, or while you put in the pictures, I can. I just took this picture in my house, and if you put the second picture, Austin, please, um, it's just a little crop, and I can see here that I don't see it as much resolution as, because it's probably the way is the live stream. But this picture right here, it has so much detail that in my computer, I see the dust on top of the camera. Like it is so much resolution. This is just a very, very slightly crop from that full image. So yes, this is the composite of the actual image. So you can put another picture, please, for me, and let me start reading the chat. Ah, hey, brother, where are you? Yes, Rich. Welcome. I mean, welcome to the show, Rich. Rich is actually one of my friends that went with me to Yellowstone. So, thank you for the invitation, Rich. Organized absolutely everything. He is absolutely amazing. So, thank you for joining, Rich. Miami Black, looking like a horse. Absolutely. Your audio is breaking up. So, the audio is breaking up. I don't know. I don't know why. Okay. We might need to get closer to the microphone. How is the sound now? How is the sound now? It is a little bit better. Tell me, guys. Yes, much better. Okay, okay. So, perfect. Okay, so can you put the next picture? So the little crop from that image crop. So as you see, you see a lot more detail. And again, I don't know, I see a little bit blurry in my end, but I know this picture is extremely sharp, and I can, reiterate enough like how sharp is this image. This is the composite, of course. Even with one image, it is really, really good. 61 megapixels. I don't think anybody else has 61 megapixel full frame out right now. And this camera is just fantastic. Now, doing this composite is just incredible. So, that being said, can you put another picture for me? This is actually, yeah, can you put another picture? We had so many good experiences in Yellowstone. It was very cold, very, very cold. Um, the next picture, please. Tell me when it's up. Okay. So this picture right here, it was a little bridge to pass that water. And again, I told you that shouldn't be movement on the picture, but at this time, the software did a very good job pasting it together, right? Pasting it together. And because the water doesn't have too much detail, I kind of don't mind about that. But when it's something very precise that you need, like a person or a car or something, it cannot be movement because you will see. You will see the difference. So put the next picture, please. All right, all right, all right. Sounds good. Okay, okay. Good to hear. Good to hear. How cold was it? Well, well, I don't know how cold was it, but it was very cold. So anyway, it was fun. It was really, really fun. When it's cold and the whole environment is not in your favor, it's not comfortable, let's say, but you get very good images, that doesn't matter. You like, you know what? It was really cool, but I don't care. I got my picture, and it's enjoyable because of that, right? But if it's very cold and you didn't get a picture that you wanted, now that's a problem right there. That is a problem. So again, here it looks a little, phantasmagoric or something. It was, you know, uh, you see things because it's everywhere you look is beautiful stuff. So I guess my friends they went go over there, me I went over there. So everybody kind of went different paths and take pictures and then come back to the car. And then again, this is a crop of that first image you guys saw before. And again, it's a lot of detail. I don't see the detail right here. Obviously, probably for the live stream or something. Hopefully, you guys see how good and sharp this image is. But again, I don't know for 100%. So yeah, let's go to the next picture, please. Oh, that's the last photo. Okay, so let's put some video then. Let's put some video that I did with the Alpha 7R5, probably another time lapse or okay, okay. That is a waterfall. And also I did that with the Alpha 7R5. So this is just a slow motion picture. Can you put another video, please? Again, this video has a lot of resolution as well. It's 4K and it's 4K slow motion. Also, this camera allows you to photograph, to do video in 8K as well. 8K. Now, right here. So, why would you want to do 8K? Because you can crop in. It's like a future proof because you can crop in, and that little crop, if you split the screen in four, the 8K, guess what happened? Each screen or each space, each port will be a 4K resolution, which is incredible. So, so 4K is four times more resolution than 1080p, and 8K is four times more resolution than 4K, and 8K is 16 times more resolution than 1080p. Is that something? So if you take a video and it's 8K, you can split the screen in 16 different parts. Each little part is a 1080p Full HD. video or scene, I guess. So you can do multicams and different things. So yes, with the Alpha 7R5, you can do beautiful and very high resolution pictures, but you can also do beautiful and high resolution video. So this is a very, very complete camera. So pixel shift. Use it and try it. Obviously, if you have the camera, if you haven't used it, I encourage you to do it. Put it in a tripod, put your timer, put your fixed white balance so it doesn't change in automatic, and try it and keep trying. Again, with this camera, you can do many different functions, take many pictures. You can also have another function, it's called photo stacking, focus stacking. I'm sorry, focus stacking. So it takes many pictures, changing the focus, which gives you totally different thing that we are talking about now. Now, that only give you a 60. It take many pictures, but at the end it's gonna be only 61 megapixel when you put it together. The only function of the camera that will give you the 240 megapixel picture, it will be the pixel shift. If you put the pixel shift in the Alpha 1 camera, it will give you a 200 megapixel picture because it's just 50 megapixels, it's not 61. So let me go check here my chat. And if you guys have any questions, you guys like the pictures, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Um, from Venezuela, thank you, appreciate it. Yes, yes. So I don't think I have any questions for Pixel Shift. Um, just remember, if you have also a Alpha 7C R resolution, 61 megapixel as well, very, very small print camera. Also, this picture can do the pixel shift. So, Alpha 7R Mark III, they start, and then I think with 4 pictures, and then the R4, and then the R5, and the Alpha 1, the original version, and the new version, which is the Alpha 1 Mark II, can do it. So, if we don't have any other questions, what is best for Sony cameras for pictures and video? Uh, well, depends. This one here, the Alpha 7R Mark V, will be our best camera for pictures. So I would say the most quality, 16-bit, I mean 61 megapixel full frame, the high dynamic range of this camera, between the black and the white, all the information that you can extract, it is fantastic. In video as well. In video, it's very, very good camera. But that would be for photos, right? But depends, because if you want very fast moving subjects, even though the autofocusing system of the camera, it is very fast. It has the AI chip to focus on to put all the efforts of the camera in the autofocusing system with the AI chip. It has all of that. But if you're shooting, let's say, sport or something, then it's a different camera. I would tell you the Alpha 1 or the Alpha 9 Mark III, which is the fastest camera in the world, taking pictures in RAW or uncompressed RAW at 120 frames per second. And the autofocusing system is amazing because it has a global shutter. You can sync speed with the flash up to 180,000 a second. It's just amazing for speed. So when you say the best camera for pictures, kind of depends. If the maximum quality, yes, the Alpha 7R5. But let's say if you want to take pictures of sport or fast-moving subjects, probably the Alpha 9 or probably the Alpha 1. Again, depending what kind of pictures you are taking, and I can give you a more precise answer. Uh, what else? The microphone, okay, perfect. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, even if we are not live, feel free to drop the questions in there, and we will go back and answer those questions as quick as we can. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next show. Also, if you have any uh, any ideas for what we can talk about the next show, or what camera or what lenses, feel free to drop it in the chat. Um, if you guys also can tell me what cameras and lenses you guys have and what kind of photography you guys do, we can also expand the chat here. Um, for now, uh, quick reminder, if you purchased your camera not too long ago, feel free to go and register your camera, because you can extend the in many cases you can extend your warranty, double your warranty, or also in many cases, if anything goes wrong, you already are in the system, so it's much easier process, and you don't have to look for your receipt, where did I buy it, and so on. You're already in the system, so it makes things much easier. You also get notifications of firmware updates. Oh, this I have to do a firmware update. They keep you in the loop. They keep you updated with the information that you need, right? So lenses for motorcycle and race. Lenses. That's another loaded question. The reason I say that is because how far you are from those motors. But the 300 2.8 is extremely light lens, very, very fast. It's 2.8, is extremely sharp, very, very fast focusing. Uh, the resolution, the bokeh of that lens, the creamy background is just incredible. Uh, but that's a 300 millimeter. If you think that's too long, then 70 to 200 is extremely fast. Four motors, linear motors for autofocusing, is extremely sharp as well. It's like you can do portraits, you can do motorcycles, you can do sports, you can do anything with that 70 to 200. It is fantastic. If you are very, very far away, well, it depends. It could be a 400 millimeters, it could be a 600 millimeters, or it could be the 300 with a teleconverter. Or guess what? We just came up with a new lens not too long ago. It is 400 to 800 millimeter lens. And try that one. Probably that one is just what you need. Also, we do have a 200 to 600 as well. Previous, very similar lens. The way it looks is just a 200 to 600 instead of 400 to 800 millimeters. If you want a wider angle than that, then wider than 70 to 200, but 2470. 2470 is like the standard zoom lens, and that lens is, again, very fast, very sharp, very, very good. All right. So thank you for joining us today, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully, my next show, I can put a video together so I can give you a little bit of video what I did over there in Yellowstone. I'm gonna put that as my goal, that I have to finish this video in a couple minutes. You will see the whole picture, instead of being just one picture here, one video there, one video there. I want you to see the whole thing a little bit better. So again, one more time, thank you so much for joining. Thank you to the Sony family. We are very, very happy to to see you and be here to help you with whatever you need. So until the next time, my name is Ranieri, and keep creating, keep taking pictures, keep taking videos with passion and with a purpose. So for now, I sign out. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Alpha.